Leadership Garrisons, let's go. We continue on the best of the best rankings, where we are putting out the best garrisons in the game for different troop types, for different armament types, and now we're on the leadership. Never been done before. And it is impossible to rank, and I'll explain all of that. But we're going to show you some of the most fun and craziest leadership garrison players in the game right here.
Rallies lit up, marching right from the zone to the zone. I stay in control. Man of the people, all heart, no roll, no script, no throne, just rhythm and fire. Built for the push, never gonna tire. You feel that burn, and you already know we're locked in deep. This is Chatsky mode. This is Chatsky mode.
Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky, and I do content for Rise of Kingdoms all the time. I'm a sponsored creator and have been for a while, and when I do these types of videos, I love to get the community involved, right? And in our best of the best series, we literally went through this thing and gathered as much information as we could. Okay, I put it into our Discord. I grabbed all types of nominations, hundreds of them. Just hundreds of them for all the different troop types, all the different armament types. And now we're moving on to leadership. Don't worry, archers, Minty and you guys, I'll get to you guys at the end. But right now we're going to do leadership. Now we can't do leadership in any kind of situation to where we use Davor's tool. The reason why is because people have all these different types of armaments, and that creates a conversation. What's the best armament for leadership? What's the best armament for a leadership garrison? Now, we all know leadership garrisons, whether it's Hera and Lapu, or whether it's Hera and YSS, or whether it's like Lapu and Matthias on their city, whatever the case might be, leadership garrisons are not made to take on heavy rallies. That's not what they're built for. These guys are built to where you can dump any troop you want into a flag or into a building flag or into a fort or into a pass, and you can take on swarms, you can take on different things to keep the structure alive. And when you're building a structure, you have to keep it alive. And that's why these guys are so very important, because at some point, when you're fighting to keep a building flag alive, or you're fighting to keep a fort that's building alive, you just got to dump whatever you can into there, anything that you can. And so with that being said, we wanted to go through this thing, and we wanted to kind of run through it and make sure you guys see it. By the way, do you like my little Chatsky down here, my little guy? And with that, we are going through this thing, and we collected all the data from all the different players out there for the different leadership garrisons. There are a bunch of them out there, and there's only a handful really in the whole game that's like crazy good. You guys have heard me mention many of them, but I'm going to jump into this, and there's no ranking for this. I just picked out the most interesting ones and the fun ones that we can talk about okay? So with that being said, let's just pull it up. We'll go one by one here. First and foremost, let me get my mini Chadsky out of the way. I'll just kind of shrink him down a little bit. So hold on. We're going to talk about Botlord. Here's our boy. Okay. Botlord in 1718. He has got a really, really good set. Now you're going to see some hollow square on this. Okay. This is the only guy. Okay. The only guy that has leadership gear critted for infantry. Okay, so not really a full-blown leadership set, but he can put it on his Gorgo, and he can run Gorgo Hera, right? Or he can run Gorgo Lapu, and maybe we get a new leadership garrison down the road, all right? And so that's what he was able to do. But look at this hollow square. Holy jeez, look at that. Like, that's built hollow square. And for anybody that doesn't know, hollow square was one of the first OG original armament sets or formation sets in the game. All right. I remember Peace used to have it, and some players used to have it. It's all about damage mitigation and shielding. That's what it's about. So you like almost have to run Hera with this thing because he does shields. And so that's how hollow square works. Now, what we have found is that in the pure leadership garrisons with Hera and YSS or Hera and Lapu, the hollow square is like busted good. Like, survivability on it is off the charts just because of all the damage mitigation and the boosts to the shields. That's what makes it really, really good. And so from there, you have all these different types. So Botlord, let's go, man. I'm in. Botlord running an infantry-based leadership set with Gorgo. Now, I'm guarantee you in 17-18, when they say join with mixed, they probably say join infantry dash mixed, right? Put some infantry in there, but you can run anything you want. So he gets a little bit of a nod here in recognition. Okay, we'll go to the next one here. This one is GypseyDanger. Oh, my guy. My guy, GypseyDanger. This dude is off the charts, okay? First of all, Gypsy is running some crazy stuff on here, like crazy. We had talked about this a little bit, okay? Gypsy's running full leadership, iconic 5 set with full crits, okay? He's got a greatest glory and a ring. That is insane, okay? Now, he put up his Cav Arch situation because that's what he's typically run. But I know Gypsy, and you guys saw him on the dopamine stream, he's building that hollow square set, so it should be awesome. GypseyDanger's in 2359. I'm in that kingdom with him with my second account, and we have a blast over there. Plus, this guy is like the main building a flag in Kingsland. Gypsy, get in there. Putting a garrison anywhere that's just going to survive. Gypsy, get in there. And he does crazy work. Full tier 5 everything, and the full arch set for cavalry, which is great. I know you look at that and you say, well, God, Chatsky, that's only 3 special inscriptions. Well, that's what you want for arch set. You don't want destructive, okay? And so, again, Gypsy working on that hollow square. Let's go to the next one because we got a handful of these things that are pretty crazy. All right, this is our boy incoming. He's at 1821, okay? This is his alt account. Look at this thing. He's got to work on some tier lists when it comes to the ring and the horn, right? But at the same time, he's just about got everything tier 5. The horn is still at tier 2, so he's got to get that going. Then he's the only one in this list. If you can see there, he's running Testudo formation. So I don't know if he runs like a Hera with CY behind it, but he's got the archer stats, and he can easily run Testudo formation, which helps what? Testudo does healing and shield boosts, okay? So that's the first time I've ever seen anybody with like a full-blown Testudo formation. So that's our boy Incoming Gaming in 1821. That's actually his alt that does some garrisoning, and I promise you, it probably does some work, especially with the Hera CY Garrison, kicking out counterattack damage, healing and sustain with Testudo formation. Let's go. So unique, and this is what it's all about, right? These aren't any kind of rankings. We're just having fun with this. We're showing you guys all these different sets, okay? Next up, who do we have? We've got Leadership in 2194. Now, Leadership has got a crazy set. As you can see here, there's not a lot of horns on here when it comes to some of these players because they know that the Leadership Garrison is built for sustain. It's built for building flags, putting anything you want in there. And you're gonna always take more damage from swarms. So our boy over here in the Leadership has full tier 5 crit everything, including the Book of Vengeance, which kicks out the counterattack damage, and the ring, which kicks out all damage. And then he's got 3 of the 4 special inscriptions for hollow square. In addition to that, he's also got patronage and fit as a double, and so with that, he's got good stats on his infantry and a really good leadership garrison. I'd 100% get in this flag, no problem, no problem. Give me some kill points against the swarm. All right, so let's go to the next guy. Luci in 365. Okay, we've had a lot of 365 guys. You're going to see them in the archer setup in our next video, but you can see here Luci is really, really good. Now, he's got his greatest glory and ring full tier 5, and that's what he does. And I guarantee you, this is the Garrison that you see 365 with a Hera Garrison leadership. This is the guy that's done it for a long time. Promise you. Look at this, probably the best hollow square set I've seen. It is full special inscriptions with the double of retaliation and fearsome, and it's cav stats. Now, here's why this is interesting, because when it comes to building flags or just filling fast, sometimes cavs are the easiest way to go. Just, guys, give me whatever troop you have. If you can't get in or you're getting beat up by the enemy doing attack march, then just fill with cavs. Go fast. And that's probably the best way to do it. Greatest glory in ring. Wonderful setup there. And so Luci in 1365 does the trick. Really interesting. And a couple of doubles. That's awesome with his hollow square set. Okay. Here's our boy Trauma in 606. Oh gosh, Trauma. I love it. As Trauma likes to say, hey guys, if you want to get wrecked by a rally, yeah, put mine in there. But if we want to sustain and build a flag or something against swarms, I'm your guy. And he is. You see, he's got tier 5 everything. He's working on his book to get to tier 5, but he's got something interesting. He's got a coin. And he's got the full special inscription set for Hollow Square. And so now all of a sudden, coin, your Skola's lucky coin that he's got tier 5 is kicking out more shields. And of course, all the different things that Hollow Square does enhances shields. You do damage when you have shielding. You do all kinds of stuff with that. So that is Trumps. Trust me, guys, I've been in his garrison, and the stuff we've done with that thing is off the chart. We have held flags, like hardcore Kingsland flags we cannot lose. We've had Trauma in there, and we keep him. We hold him. He survives somehow. And it's crazy to see what Trauma is able to do with this setup in 606. So, in addition, I'm going to give you Atty. Holy jeez. Okay, now Atty does not have leadership full tier 5 inscriptions, okay? Or full tier 5 accessories. Now, she does have all kinds of tier 5 accessories, so book and ring tier 5 is great. It's not critted for leadership, but all the rest of the stuff is tier 5 everywhere. Now look at this. She's got not only the arch set she can use for cavalry, okay? And that's a lot like what Gypsy had, right? But she's also got the tercio formation set for her city defense. We all know she's a 500 million power plus player. And if she has this tercio on with that set that she's always going to probably put on her Matthias, and she runs a Matthias Eleanor on her city, oh my God, it's going to be instant death for anybody that touches that thing. So, thought this was an interesting one. Thought that we had some fun with this when it came to having a city garrison tercio plus an arch setup. Plus, she's got more special inscriptions in the game. She just got her 36 special inscription. 36. That's more than anybody in the game. So she's got some she can put here and there and everywhere. So she can run pretty much whatever you want when it comes to skill damage, when it comes to combo damage, smite damage, or like you see here with Arch. So there's Atty in 606. Crix T1. Oh my gosh, guys. Like, listen, this isn't just all about 606. But Crix T1 has the trap, man. The reason why I brought this thing up is because our boy Crix has some fun stuff when it comes to the trap, okay? And the reason why is because, hold on, let me put that back up here. Where is this? Where's our boy Crix T1? So Crix T1 is the most notorious trap city or famous trap city, just whichever way you want to look at it, in the game. You look at the stats that he's got on this thing, okay? This is a 50 million power city. And he keeps it T4. He runs so many troops, and he'll drop it below 50 million in a KVK. You guys have heard me talk about it so many times, and we talk about it when he's trying to bait the enemy. And guys, all of his trap cities. He's got Crix T1. He's got Crix T2. All right. He's got Crix T3, and then he's got Crix T4. Crix T2's in 2293. The stuff he was doing over there was out of control, okay? So he traps, and he's working on this gear to where I'm just amazed that he's gotten this stuff as high as it is. He's got a tier 5 ring and a tier 5 book, okay? And that's for his leadership. He also has crits on the helmet and the weapon, and he's working on the tier list for the rest of the stuff. And then he's got the Tercio set. This is on like a 45 million power city. It's incredible, and it is the best trap city I've ever seen. Okay, because here's the thing with the traps: you gotta make him think that it's really just a farm. He'll put like Caesar on the wall. He'll put Philip on the wall. He won't put like Matthias and Hera because he just wants to invite the trap, right? So you go put Caesar, and he was running Skippy Epic, CPO Epic on with Caesar, and it's all about all damage, right? And he would run that stuff and get people to swarm him, and he's just murdering them, just crushing the swarmers. And so that's how the trap works. Thought we'd have some fun for the last one here. We had some other good ones. With us, Beluga, I think, from 1093 had a decent one, and so did my boy Hydra. And where was Hydra from? He's in 87, right? 2387. Hydra is actually the guy that is the talent and the voice and the producer of our Chadsky mode song that you guys hear before streams and hear when I go on my break here on our videos. So there's your leadership Garrison kind of mesh all. We had all kinds here when it came to the hollow square, Tercio, Arch, some people running Testudo, just crazy stuff that we haven't seen. I would love to get in this Garrison with Luci. Holy jeez. But these are the unsung heroes, guys. These are the players that are not going to trade great against rallies, but when the king or the war leads need a Garrison, they gotta have one. I don't care, give me mixed, it's gotta survive. Everybody dump whatever you can in there. It's a building flag, or it's our lynchpin flag. It's the cut flag, and we have to hold it. These guys are the heroes. I'm telling you, they are. And so needed to give them some love and credit for what they were able to do. And if you enjoyed this video, please throw a thumbs up, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell when any of this content that I put out, you want alerts to it, you can hit that bell and get it. And we love you guys so much. Thanks for being a part of the community. Don't forget, my Discord link is down in the description. And if you got any questions, I want to get your take down in the comments. I get engaged down there. So with all that, we hope you have a great day, broskies.